Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your dark mask diva. How's everyone enjoying 2022? Okay, Otherworldlies. This is a controversial topic that people keep bringing to my attention. I've talked about it before, but I'd like to do like a deeper dive. Okay, here's a topic where there's different opinions. Okay, different opinions on this, and I have friends who are male influencers, and they answer the question, and they're my male influencers tend to feel like they tell their audience to basically stop approaching women. I'm like, what do you mean? And they said, stop approaching women. Stop trying to hit on women. Stop trying to mac on women. Just stop approaching women altogether. And so I'm like, okay, why are you guys saying that? And they said, because basically every time you do that, every woman's just gonna take you for, as you say, Juliana, take you for a bozo. And I'm saying, well, I take everybody who approaches me as a bozo because I have a ring on now. So technically everybody who does approach me now is a bozo because I'm wearing a ring. So they know I'm taken. They know they should not be approaching me because I'm with somebody. So they are a bozo if they're approaching me. That's the whole reason they're a bozo. Now, if I was a single lady, yeah, they should be approaching me because they should be if I was single. That's a whole nother story. So what makes them a bozo if they're approaching a single lady? I don't get it. They're a bozo for approaching me because I'm obviously taken. And they said, well, other women, even though they're not taken, they're still taking these guys for a bozo. So I'm thinking, okay, now why is that? And I began to think about that. I'm like, because a lot of women now are single. Okay, I'm not going to say most of my friends, because I don't think it's most of my friends. At least half of my friends, if not more, are single. Okay, like some of my friends are married or they're in a serious relationship, but I'd say half or less than half are paired up. Okay, so I've got a bunch of single friends. Okay, so here's the thing. They're maybe on a dating app, or they go out and have a drink, or, they're at work and they like somebody or whatever. But the thing is, maybe somebody nice should go up and talk to them. So I'm like, what's going on here? And my whole thing is, I'm kind of an old-fashioned girl, so I don't think women should really be taking the initiative and going and talking to guys. So I kind of don't like that my guy friends think women should be talking to guys. I think it's kind of not our job. I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't mind starting conversations with guys as a friend because I'm really outgoing. So I don't mind doing that. Like, hey, what's up? What are you guys doing? Or whatever. I don't mind being that chick. But I wouldn't want to go up and be like, hey, you want to go have a drink with me? Or something like that. I mean, I would never be that chick. You know what I mean? I would feel weird. I'm not going to ask a guy out, or I'm not going to go up and be flirting with some guy and let him know I like him or something. I mean, I would never be her. I would feel like out of place. I could never be forward like that. I don't think it's ladylike. So I don't want society to get to where the women are chasing the men. I don't think it's appropriate. So I'm kind of annoyed that people are saying that now the women have to go after the men, because if we don't, all we're going to get are the bozos. I don't like that. So I'm kind of annoyed with that whole concept. But they're like, yeah, but if we don't make it like that, all we're going to get is the bozos. Is that what's really going on? So I'm thinking, what is it with that? Here's the thing. This is what I think is the problem. Okay, one, Here's the first problem. Men aren't picking up on social cues. They are not picking up on women giving like the signal, hey, come talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, women are giving like open body language, eye contact, smiling, doing all these things like, hey, or not, picking up on flirting. Like, okay, I think a lot of people just don't have social skills anymore. And I'm not going to blame the pandemic, even though the pandemic made it like all kinds worse. I think this was happening way before the pandemic. We cannot blame the pandemic for everything, okay? I think it was happening before the pandemic. I think everybody's social skills just got really sucky in like the past 5 or 10 years. I mean, before the pandemic, it just got really bad. Like, people aren't picking up on flirting. They're not picking up on social cues. They're not, like a woman could be flirting and doing all this stuff and it's going over the guy's head, right? And he's not picking up on the fact that, hey, I like you, right? And here's another thing. I'm thinking if he's not physically attracted to her in the first place, he's really not going to, like, do anything about it. He's not, like, if it's really not, if a guy doesn't think you're hot, he's really not going to do anything about it. Seriously, like, okay, I think there's just like a few types of women that guys think are hot. Like, just a few types. Like, there'll be like 100 women in the supermarket, and there's just a few of them that guys think are hot, okay? And like, and there's like 100, and like, let's just say like 15 of them are hot, right? Those are the only women that the guys in the supermarket are going to be hitting on, right? And a lot of those women are going to be like engaged and married. And those are the only ones that all the guys in there are going to be hitting on. But the other ones are going to be single and be like trying to bat their eyelashes and be like, trying to get attention and do all this stuff. And the guys are going to be totally ignoring them and stepping on their feet and pushing them out of the way and trying to talk to the women that have rings on and married and hi honey, and talking to their husband on the phone. Do you want me to get a frozen pizza, honey? And making it obvious that they're with someone, and these guys are going to still hit on him because those are the ones that are physically attractive to them. Because I've talked to, other friends that, have boyfriends, fiancés, husbands, and they get hit on in the supermarket all the time. And there's so many single women in there that get completely freaking ignored. Now, I have a big ring on my finger. Every time I go to the supermarket, I have guys in there that even have girlfriends. They walk away from their girlfriend to try to come hit on me. Real talk. And the girlfriends are like, what are you doing? And they get mad, and it's just like, oh, nothing, and they walk away, and I'm just kind of like looking at the guys like, what are you doing? I mean, so their girlfriends are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what are you doing? And they're coming over to bother me, and it's like, you can't let a guy loose in the store, seriously. And you can't go and buy some food because there's something about the supermarket right now that just happened since the pandemic where that seems like the only place that someone will go and try to chat somebody up. It's like the new club is the supermarket. So you go to the supermarket, and it doesn't matter if the guy is like single or he's not single or whatever like that. And it doesn't matter how many single women are in there. If the woman's physically attractive, it doesn't matter if she has a ring on or not. That's the only kind of woman that will get talked to in there. There'll be women with totally bare fingers and all this kind of stuff. They'll take their mask off and everything. Guys totally don't want to talk to them. They'll talk to somebody they should not be talking to. And I will make faces like, get away from me, and try to walk away and do all this stuff and show them I don't want to be talked to. and I'll look for a security guard, and I'll do everything, and call Astral on the phone, and do all this other stuff, and show, look, I'm with somebody, make sure they see my ring finger, do all this other stuff, and they'll still bother me. And the thing is, I should be able to go buy food without strangers bugging me. But they're doing it to everyone else they also find attractive. But there'll be all these single women in there. They're probably trying to talk to them. And they won't talk to those women. They won't, because they're not attracted to them. But they just want to talk to who doesn't want them. Men want women who don't want them. We don't want them because we're with somebody. That's why we don't want you. We're already with somebody. Stop trying to get with people who are with somebody already. We don't want you. We're already with somebody. Okay? But it's like, the rule with men is they always want what they can't have. They want what doesn't want them. It's just the truth. And all these women are giving them the come hither look, and trying to give them the, hey, and all, this kind of inviting body language, and, but those women are not attractive to them. So they won't give them a chance. Maybe these women are average looking, but they're not fine enough for them. They don't look the way they want them to look. So they'll chase somebody who's already taken. They'll do something they shouldn't be doing. That's why you guys are being told not to approach women, because you approach the wrong ones. Why don't you approach somebody who actually wants to be approached? Do that. Some women actually do want to be approached. You're just approaching the ones who are making faces at you, trying to get away from you, showing you they have a ring on, calling their husband on the phone on purpose, walking away from you real quick, standing by the security guard, trying to get away. You sit down next to them on the bus, they get up and move their seat. They're trying to get away from you. Okay? Why don't you take the hint? But there'll be someone who's smiling at you, trying to make eye contact, trying to flirt with you. You just don't think she's pretty enough. You just won't give her a chance. And then you're like, oh, I try to talk to women and they're not interested. No. These other women are trying to flirt with you. You're just not interested in them. You just want somebody who's already taken. Or somebody, who just, doesn't like you. That's what your problem is. You're just being a bozo, is what it is. So you can approach women, you just won't approach the right ones. And you think if the woman is single, there must be something wrong with her. No, she's just not getting approached. She's trying to smile, trying to do whatever. You're just not interested in her, dude. You're just not interested in her. And some women don't know how to make themselves attractive to men. They don't know how to dress. Maybe they're just not physically proportioned the way men like. Maybe they just don't have the looks that men like. Men are visual. But and men aren't into personality the way women are. I mean, it's a personality that keeps a man. That's true. But men are visual first, and you guys just won't give those women a chance. You'll chase the ones that are already with somebody or that don't want you. That's your problem. But you need to, if a woman is trying to get your attention or smile at you or talk to you, why don't you talk to one of them? That's why you're being told to stop approaching women, because you let another part of your body do your thinking for you. You don't care if she's wearing a ring. You don't care if she's afraid of you. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. You guys have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.